I have always wanted to really get into EVE Online, like really get into it. Sometimes I wonder if in another life, and if the game hit me at the right time, if I would have been one of those obsessed EVE people that are referenced in an article entitled Top 10 EVE Online Moments You Won't Ever Believe. Well, probably not, but the idea of EVE Online is interesting. I have tried on 2 separate occasions to get through a 14-day free trial, but to no avail. Elite Dangerous is what happens when you take EVE Online and allow the player to sit in the cockpit and have direct control of their spaceship. It is phenomenal, and I love it. But the appeal for this game is so specific that I have a hard time recommending this to almost anybody. Elite Dangerous is the 4th game of the Elite series that started in 1984. It's a widely influential series that inspired tons of game developers. In fact, if you grew up with this series on a BBC Micro, you were probably cringing at the comparison to EVE Online. How could I have never heard of this series until now? The Elite series is relatively simple. You control a single spaceship from your cockpit and explore, fight, trade, smuggle, and even mine across the universe. Yes, there was a space sim in 1984 that was open world with space mining, piracy, and the ability to upgrade your ship. Ye gods, I thought Stellar 7 was mind-blowing. Elite Dangerous is largely what the original games were, with more options, better graphics, and an interesting online component. You start with a basic but capable Sidewinder spaceship and 100 credits. After that, you dock at space stations, get missions, hunt down criminals, and even become a criminal yourself. You can trade, you can mine, you can even earn enough reputation to join one of the 3 major factions in the game. There are also smaller independent factions that you'll find sprinkled throughout the universe. You can even do just about anything you've ever associated with the Millennium Falcon or space smugglers. The wide open and endless nature reminds me of a more refined version of the Radiant Quest system in Skyrim. The quests are randomly generated, but the experience is so immersive, so full of details and lore that the game really comes alive. Elite Dangerous manages to feel both interconnected and empty at the same time. It really feels like you were exploring something new, something unknown. Combat is solid, and I would definitely spring for a joystick. The stick greatly enhances the experience in a way that truly surprised me. Dogfighting felt fine before, but became intense and exhilarating. The big downside, and why I can't fully recommend this game to everybody, is that it has a long learning curve and constant grinding for credits. New ships and top-notch upgrades are expensive. Elite Dangerous is not a pick-up-and-play game. This is a time investment, but you will be rewarded with some of the best space sim gameplay that you can buy for $60. Elite Dangerous is such a unabashedly PC game that I struggle to see how it can even be ported to a home console. The tutorial is hilariously lacking and obtuse. The game doesn't push you in any direction. Elite whispers, "Here's a spaceship, and there's the Milky Way. Go now, be free."